Saturday morning, came out early, went to the river again. I'm meaning to get to some other places, but we go back to the same old haunt. Anyway, there's no one here yet, so there's a couple cars there, but I think they're just, I see them there all the time. There are some parks there. There's not much ice left in here on the trail, and we're gonna go enjoy these sunny, some clouds in the sky, but there's mostly sun, so I'm gonna go enjoy the day. Meditation tip for today, for this video, is just keep at it. Some days, you know, it's tough to get down there into those theta brainwaves or wherever you're trying to get. And some days it just doesn't feel like you had a good meditation, but you keep at it and keep doing it every day, and it's still working, even though some days it doesn't feel like it is. I think it's a great tool now with the COVID issue. It's can keep that anxiety at bay. It can keep you calm, and keep your thoughts on the right track, instead of because we all know how easy it is to let them drift down the wrong track. And it's funny, the little skills you learn in meditation, like just bringing yourself back, and you're practicing them when you meditate, so then all of a sudden out in the real life, you notice them working, and it's pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, boom, hey, you know what, I'm having a better day than yesterday, and that's a good thing. So still a dirt road, but you know, it's surprising. It's only been a couple of weeks, and it's dry enough so that you're not walking in mud. So I'm very surprised at how quickly this road is dried up. You have to watch. There's some spots that are bad, but that's cool. And now on a rainy day it probably wouldn't be too good, but it's good today. So the robins are definitely back in full force. And all kinds of robins. One the other day, I couldn't believe how much noise he was making. Just going like nuts. Claiming his territory in the woods. That's good to see. Summer is coming. Can't wait. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Whether PEI kind of closes off and we get a little bit of a summer, or whether things just continue. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know how you guys are doing, but the old social distancing it's not easy. We're social creatures. And I kind of got disenchanted with the whole social media thing and the news. And well, I never watch the news much anyway. I get a little bit of it. You know, I'll check out the paper or something online here and there, but I try and stay away from it to keep that. It's just so much negative stuff. There's good stuff there, but it's tough to find. So I try and keep that negativity out of my brain. Life goes on. I mean, I do lots of reading nonstop these days, so keeping the brain active, but just not. And there's, I mean, you know, there's the mainstream media, and then there's other places to get your info. Some which are much more independent. I find better, happier stories. It's very nice out here today. There's a little frost on the ground in the woods here, but the fresh air is coming out. I'll let you guys see the trail there. See, like, oh, there's a little squirrel going down the path. Cute. Oh, he's going underneath. He's gonna hide underneath. There's a little guy. It's so funny, and some of them just go like all territorial and nuts when you walk by and they're squawking. And then some of them run away and don't say boo. So a little bit of cold in the air, but not too bad. Anyway, this is what it looks like on the boardwalk part of Raspberry Lane out at Winter River today. I've been going later, but because it's Saturday, I was like, fuck, let's just go. Get it over with and get out there before any people get out there. Have the trail to myself. Well, and Penny too, of course. Always Penny. Hey Penny, what are you saying? Are we going for hikes? Even this area, which was just flooded, had to kind of walk around it, is still a little mucky, but it's drying up pretty quick. It's funny, in the wintertime it's nice. You have to worry about a bit of ice, but in this, once things are off, you see here, you kind of got to look down more because there's so many roots. You don't want to trip on the roots. Here's a good example right here. Like, look at this mess of roots. And lately I've kind of been looking up a lot more because I've been trying to spot the eagles more often. You got to either, if you're going to be looking up, you got to lift your legs higher.